Always on the lookout for something interesting, huh? Well, today we're taking a deep dive into something,
Unique.
yeah, a unique story, I think.
Definitely.
The Freemasons of Victoria Park are hosting a show. And not just any show, a Perth Fringe show.
It is fascinating, isn't it? Using a public performance like this as a way to engage the community.
Right.
And who knows, maybe even see a little bump in membership. You never know.
Exactly.
Could be a good strategy.
Yeah. So we've got information on this particular event.
Okay.
And our goal today is to really try to figure out the details.
Right.
And why it might be worth talking about.
Yeah, get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. So what's the deal with this show? What's going on?
Well, the show is called Atmosphere, the magical board game.
Okay.
And it's taking place at the Freemasons Lodges on Temple Street in Victoria Park.
Okay, so this isn't something brand new, right? From what I understand, this thing, took the 2025 Perth Fringe Festival by storm. So they're kind of capitalizing on something that's already got some legs, it sounds like.
That's exactly it. They're really smart to leverage that momentum and bring people into the lodge.
Yeah.
And, the idea is to show people what Freemasonry is all about.
Yeah.
In a fun and engaging way for folks who might not know much about it.
Right, right. I mean, I imagine the hope is that, well, maybe this positive experience could lead to more people joining their ranks, right?
Makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's a good way to kind of pique people's interest.
Yeah, for sure.
In a way that's not, stuffy or old-fashioned.
Right, exactly. Now, what kind of show is this? Because I'm imagining it's not your typical Freemason gathering, right?
Oh, definitely not. It's described as an immersive magic show
Okay.
that blends reality with the fictional world of Jamungi.
Jamungi, okay.
And the board game Atmosphere. You might be familiar with that one.
Atmosphere, I remember that. The one with the VHS tape, right?
Yeah. The gatekeeper.
That creepy gatekeeper guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're bringing that element into it. Should be interesting.
Yeah, that's a really interesting element to pull in.
Right. I'm curious to see how they do it.
Yeah, so who's hosting?
So the show is hosted by Timothy McDougall and Josie Mower.
Okay.
And from what I've read, they're quite a dynamic duo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the descriptions of the performances I've seen use phrases like, roller coaster of suspense and wonder.
Oh, wow.
So you can bet it's going to be a pretty engaging experience for anyone who goes.
Wow, okay. So more than just your typical, pulling rabbits out of hats kind of magic show.
Oh, yeah. This is way more than that.
Okay. And what we have here says they're doing a blend of magic, storytelling, and even a bit of what they call theatrical horror, inspired by that Atmosphere gatekeeper, right? What do you make of that?
I think it's a really clever combination. The Jumungi mythos adds a new layer of narrative depth.
Okay.
And then using Atmosphere taps into a sense of nostalgia for a certain audience, people who remember that game.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was pretty big, wasn't it?
It was huge. I mean, everyone knew about Atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it's definitely a multi-layered experience, definitely not a simple magic show.
Yeah, this isn't some sort of quick thing either, right? I mean, we're talking 2 45-minute acts.
That's right.
With a 20-minute intermission.
Yeah.
So almost 2 hours in total.
That's right.
And this is all happening on May 24th.
Yep. Mark your calendars.
And it sounds like they've really thought this through in terms of the atmosphere. They're talking about a ticking clock.
Oh, yeah. They're going all in on that.
And rising stakes to really make you feel like you're in the game.
Right. Like the magic is actually happening.
Yeah.
Which is really the whole point of immersive theater, right?
And, light snacks, drinks are going to be available for purchase. So they're really thinking about the audience here, making them feel comfortable.
And that really speaks to their goal of just welcoming people in, making them feel comfortable with the Freemasons, right?
Right. Exactly. So the big takeaway here is the Freemasons of Victoria Park, they're doing something really kind of innovative, I think.
Yeah.
To connect with the community.
Absolutely.
By bringing this pretty popular fringe show to their own space.
It's a really creative way to, kind of bridge the gap between this historical organization and the modern world.
Yeah, for sure. It really does make you think about the different ways organizations try to connect to the public.
Right.
What makes this approach stand out?
Yeah.
And do you think this model could be applied in other places?
It's definitely food for thought.
And what might be some of the challenges, some of the advantages for organizations who are trying to do something similar?
Lots to consider.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, as always, keep thinking. We'll be back soon with another deep dive.
Until next time.
See ya.